In this lesson, we're going to look at how to create an equation for a straight line, but the straight line is going to be a straight line based on real life examples. For example, the first one here is the amount of charge for the number of hours you might have worked. The second one's to do with height and seconds, and the last one again is the charge that's taking place over a number of hours. So we have to be quite careful here. The reason we have to be quite careful when we're creating the equation of the line is that some of the boxes stand for 1, but other boxes don't stand for 1, they stand for more than 1. For example, the scale at the bottom here you can see starts at 0 and then jumps to 2. So each box is actually 1 here, so 1 along, 2 along, 3 along, 4 along. But as you go up and down the side, then you see that 2 boxes stand for 20. So that means 1 box stands for 10. So again, when we're creating a wee triangle to work out the gradient, we have to be very careful here. So I'm going to show you a wee triangle. So let's take it, say, from here. Oops, I'll just change that a wee bit. I don't want that kind of line. Maybe this one is better. So let's have a look at this. I'm going along here and up and down there. Now, what you have here is you have along the bottom 2 boxes, so that's 2. But up and down the side only 1 box. But we established that 1 box here stands for 10, 20, 30, 40. So 1 box is 10. So that's 10 there. So when you're doing your gradient, the most common mistake would be to write 1 over 2, but it's actually 10 over 2. Now we know that 10 over 2 is equal to 5, so your gradient in this case is 5, not a half. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to find the intercept. So the intercept's 10, 20 to 30, that's it here, so it's 30, and then you can just feed it into your y equals 5x plus 30. Now the last thing we have to do here is, because the equation of the line is not in terms of y and x's, you can see the x-axis has actually got a t next to it. Here, so that's the x-axis, and the y-axis has got a c. So instead of having a y here, we want to replace it with a c, and that's what you'll see down the bottom. And instead of having an x here, we want to replace it with a t. Everything else stays the same. So instead of having y equals 5x plus 30, you must write it for the final mark, c equals 5t plus 30, just replacing the t as x and the c as y. Okay, let's look at this next example here. Now, again, the most important thing to do is to look at to see how much 1 box represents. So let's look along the bottom. This is seconds against height. So along the bottom we've got 2 boxes equals 1. And up and down the side we have got 2 boxes equals 20. So this means 1 box is 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and so on. Along the bottom each box must represent a half. Okay, so let's create a wee triangle. So I'm going to go down here and along, just picking that one. You could have picked down here and along, or down here and along. You could also pick a bigger triangle, like down here and along here, but maybe a wee bit harder to work with, but you could have done that. And I'm going to try and work out what the sides are, so as I can work out my gradient. Now along the bottom I'm going from 2 to 3 here, just down here from 2 to 3, so that's 1. Up and down the side I'm going from 70 to 80, so that's 10. Okay, so the gradient is vertical over horizontal, so 10 over 1, but you can see the line is going down like that, so it's actually negative 10 over 1, so that's negative 10. The intercept up here is 100, you can see it cutting through at 100. And if you just feed it into y equals mx plus c, y equals negative 10x plus 100. And to finish it off, again, the y-axis here is actually called h, so we replace the y with a h, and the x-axis has actually got an s next to it, so we want to write the x as an s. Okay, last one. So again, we've got a dot here, a dot here. Let's look along the bottom to see what each box is up, or going up in. So 0, 1, 2, 3, so it's just 1. And up here you're going from 0 to 20, so that's 2 boxes, so each box must be 10, so 0, 10, 20. There's already 2 dots here, so I'm just going to use those 2 dots to create my wee triangle. So along the bottom, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 4 along the bottom. And up and down the way, well, we said it was 10, 20, 30, 40, so this is 40, and that's 20, so there's actually a difference of 20 here. It's 2 boxes, isn't it? Now we said 1 box was 10, so that's 2 boxes make 20. So the gradient's positive, it's going up like this, and it's 20 divided by 4, which is 5. You can see the intercept here is going through 20, and we just feed it into y equals mx plus c, so 5x plus 20. Lastly, again the y-axis is c, so we put a c first, and the x-axis has got an h, so 5h plus 20.